of our missions is to encourage, first and foremost, the youth. That they don't have to get into drugs, gangs, and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
also encourage people our age, that's still that's trying to in that building stage, and as well. But how important is it to you to invest in yourself?
I think it's very important to invest into yourself. If you invest into yourself, and then you're able to help someone else, and you can
Hmm.
show them how they can invest into themselves, and
That's good.
they can do anything they want to do. And like you said, the youth, if you can get one youth to listen to you and teach
Hmm.
them, and maybe just take them on your wings, show them how they can do this or what. But they got to love what they doing. That's what you got to get in their head. Everyone
Hmm.
got to love what they doing. If you don't like what you're doing, you ain't gonna be happy doing it. You ain't gonna do it right.
That's right.
So you really do have to enjoy and love what you're doing. So
That's right.
I try to tell any of them to find something that you like doing, and that's what you stick with.
Don't let me walk on you tonight. Don't let me walk on you tonight.
All right. Hey, this is Thurman, Clean Freaks Podcast. Hey, we have a special guest with us today, Michael Pope from Over and Above Janitorial, and he's going to give us some great information today on his business, and we're going to introduce him. All right. And Michael, if you would, just introduce yourself and your business name.
Good morning. I'm Michael Pope, Over and Above Janitorial Service.
All right. Okay. And what areas do you serve?
All the surrounding counties of Nashville, and, Franklin, just Springfield, or
Good. All right. And how long have you been in business?
a little over 10 years.
10 years. All right.
Yes.
All right. And what particular services do you provide in the janitorial?
I do commercial, Air BNB rentals, new construction. Have done some house cleaning, but don't do a whole lot of that.
Okay. I know some of your video pictures and stuff. I see a lot of Airbnbs.
Yes.
Was that like your niche? Maybe a niche cleaning that you do?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Is it hard to get into that field in the Airbnb cleaning?
It's not hard to do. I prefer it myself.
Mm-hmm.
Not in office cleaning, commercial and stuff. I prefer it because the new construction is more hard to keep help doing because it's a lot harder work. So,
It
a
is.
lot of people say they want to do it, but it is hard to keep the help.
I understand. Yeah, we've done a new post construction. We used to call it construction clean
Uh-huh.
years ago, and that's and I got out of it real quick. I got out of it, got into just strictly more office buildings and the commercial side.
Yes.
The commercial side. So, say for instance, if there was like a percentage of Airbnbs or commercial, what would you say your percentage would be as far as what you do more or less?
Airbnb.
Airbnb. Okay. Sound like that's your niche service then.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Is it hard finding jobs in that area or?
There's a lot of competition out there in it. But I mean, it's plenty out there. They're building more and more every day. Like over in North Nashville, they're building a lot of them there. So I mean, it's steady more going up as Nashville's growing.
Mm-hmm. It is. I see a lot of the buildings they doing downtown,
Yes.
especially like I said, North Nashville when you get closer to town.
I would like to spread out, maybe into the other states.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't got around to that yet, but I would like to look into spreading out to other states.
Oh, the commercial side?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. That's some of your goals that you have in the future.
Yes.
Uh-huh. That's awesome. Uh-huh. What are some of your biggest challenges in far as your cleaning business?
Mainly keeping help.
Same
That
here.
seems like the biggest challenge. You know, a lot of people say they want to work, but they really don't want to work. But hey, got to make it happen if you got the help or not.
That's right. So what are some of the incentives that you do to try to keep some of your help?
Well, you got to make sure you pay them right, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, you got to get in there with them and work. You know, don't just hire them and then they don't never see you. Be on the job site along beside them working.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think that helps a lot. They see that you'll do the work also.
Mm-hmm. I heard that's the difference between a leader and a boss. I think I've heard
That's
that
right.
before. Uh-huh. Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, they don't like nobody just standing around getting them orders. They want to see somebody. If you get beside them, do the work too. You know, it ain't too bad. Man.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. And okay, what would separate you from maybe other businesses in your service?
Well, I like to make sure the customer is happy, which I hope everybody would like to do that. But you know, I do try to please the customer. I want to clean the please, and I'll go out my way to help them. You know, however I can. You know, within boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have them like some people you ain't gonna please, but I'll go out of my way to try to please them anyway.
That goes a long way.
Yeah.
Is there any secrets that you can give us as far as obtaining customers?
I just be honest.
Be
You know,
honest.
keep it honest, which I think in life you should keep everything honest.
Amen to that.
And, you know, put God in every morning. You know, put God in it, pray, and
Mm-hmm.
you got God in there. I think you move on pretty good in life.
Amen to that. And as well as being a spiritual, born again, is there any? What's the importance of that to you in your business?
It's very important to me because you know I do take it serious.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I think it's brought me a long ways in life.
That's good. That's awesome. Yeah, I definitely think that's very important. Is here for me too. I know I couldn't have done anything, gone as far as I've gotten without him.
That's right.
Yeah. And I got a lot more that I want to do. A whole lot more that I want to do. So.
Yes.
And also, what made you decide to become an entrepreneur and start your cleaning business?
Well, I've tried in other business. I had a restaurant, a grocery store,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and it seemed like the cleaning business was a booming thing at the time, and I have done it off and on since I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, I just got back into it, and I enjoy doing it. It's peaceful, and you know, it's really, you don't stress over it. And I just think it's a good business to invest in.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to be serious about, you know, investing into it and putting your time in it. You know, it's just nothing to play with. But it is a business.
That's
You know,
right.
like I say, your customers want the best out of you.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, that's what I believe in, you know, putting your best in it to it, and whatever you do in life. Like I said, just keep it honest.
Keep it honest. I remember that's the secret.
Uh-huh.
Keep it honest.
Keep
I
it
like
honest.
that. That goes a long way.
It
Honestly,
does,
goes a
man.
long
There's so
way.
many dishonest people and people running game all the time. You got to keep it real with people.
That's right. All right, y'all heard it. Secrets. Keep it honest. How long did you do the restaurant business? If I ask.
About 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Almost 3 years. I lost a lot in there.
I was thinking myself that scares me. Restaurant business.
Yeah,
that
it's-
scares me.
I think if you're in that business this day and time, you could be better off with the food trucks.
Mhm.
Less overhead.
Yeah. That sounds like a really big overhead business to be in.
It is.
Eating up all your profit. Have to eat your profits up, I guess, if food doesn't sell, I guess. And also, I noticed that as we as well do a lot of social media, and is what would be possibly your biggest way of advertisement or getting your business out there?
Well, I put it on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I've just started a web page.
That's good.
So I hope that's going to help out some. And I've having a lot of different people reaching out to me trying to get me to buy in advertising here and there. But I'm being kind of cautious on some.
You have to.
Seem like they coming up. At the time they add everything up, got big books on the end of it. So
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I see all the time different, some of my peers, they spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in the advertisement monthly.
I did on one, and man, I didn't get no hits off of it at all. They guaranteed that they would refund your money, and that never happened. So.
Okay, so be aware of that. Those
Yes.
listening.
Exactly. I think word of mouth is some of the best advertising. If you have happy customers, they gonna tell their friends and other business. So I think word of mouth is some of the best advertising it is. So do a good job, and I think things will get better for everybody, no matter what type of business you're in. As long as you do a good job, and like I said, be honest and make your customers happy, they gonna tell everybody else about you.
That's good. Yep. And word of mouth is always free too. Definitely.
That's
right. I always love it. And also as being an entrepreneur, and it sounds like this is, and you're a lifetime entrepreneur. It sounds like different businesses. How important it is, and a lot of times and one of our missions is to encourage first and foremost the youth. That they don't have to get into drugs, gangs, and stuff like that, and also encourage people our age, that's still that's trying to in that building stage, and as well. But how important is it to you to invest in yourself?
I think it's very important to invest into yourself. If you invest into yourself, and then you're able to help someone else, and you can show them how they can invest into themselves, and
that's good.
They can do anything they want to do. And like you said, the youth, if you can get one youth to listen to you and teach them, and maybe just take them on your wings, and, show them how they can do this, or what. But they got to love what they doing. That's what you got to get in their head. Everyone got to love what they doing. If you don't like what you're doing, you ain't gonna be happy doing it. You ain't gonna do it right.
That's right.
So you really do have to enjoy and love what you're doing.
That's
so
right.
I try to tell any of them to find something that you like doing, and that's what you stick with.
That's good. I definitely like that. And what are some of the, like, for as instance, the size of some of the your average cleans that you might do? What are some of the sizes and some of the times that it takes you, like per size?
Well, most of the houses can be anywhere from 1,900 square feet to 3,500 square feet. It can take anywhere from 2 hours to 6 hours. It just depends.
6 hours?
Yes,
Oh,
I
it's
have
more
had
like a
some
deep
took
clean.
6 hours.
Really?
It depends on how bad it is and what all needs to be done in them. And, some of them you have to clean the porches and patios and all that stuff off, come along with it, But that's what it all depends on, what all you have to do. Some of them you just go and do regular cleans on. Like I said, some of them they want you to do outdoors and everything, the patio equipment, and take the trash and trash cans in and out when the trash man runs, all that type of stuff.
Okay.
So it all depends on what you put in your contract that you'll do.
So someone is listening and think about getting into a business. It's not just walk in the house and do a little dusting and some
No.
Fabuloso, spray a little Fabuloso and leave. Huh?
Now it's a little more to it than that. You got to really clean. You know, like I say, you're responsible for cleaning refrigerators out. Air BNBs, you know, people gonna leave food and stuff behind, so you got to get rid of all that, put it in the trash, and clean out the refrigerator, stoves, and everything out. And some people leave it pretty fairly clean. Some of them leaves a mess. So, like I say,
imagine.
you know, it depends. That's what your timing depends on how bad it is.
Your time depends on how bad it is.
That's it.
I can imagine. I remember it's been probably 5 years ago. We had one Airbnb we did the laundry. We had to do the linen. Is that something that you have to do as well?
In a lot of them, and
Lot
that
of 'em.
takes time up too.
Yeah.
Some of them will have a laundry service,
Okay.
but some of them you'll have to do the laundry on site.
And even if it has a laundry service, do you still have to I would assume collect it or get it together or something like that?
Yes, you'll put it all in the bag and leave it by the door, and they pick it up and they'll leave it clean.
Okay. Sounds like a lot of responsibility in those.
It is, but I mean it's not that bad. Like I said, if you got everything organized and like you got good people working for you, it's everybody know what they supposed to do. You go in there and get it done. It's not that bad. Like I said, you got to enjoy doing what you're doing.
That's right. Doing what you're doing. And also, like, for as a instance, what do you? I know some people like stick to a 5-mile radius, 20-mile radius. I think we do maybe out to 50-mile radius.
I do about 50, but I
50.
have went a little further before.
One-offs maybe
I
possibly.
mean, you know, hey, the price right there, you go a little further.
I know that's right.
Which I
know
mean,
that's
if
right.
you go over your radius, you usually do charge extra for the gas mileage. That's what I recommend anybody. You know, if you go over a certain amount of miles, you're gonna charge extra for gas mileage.
Charge for
You
gas.
got to
miles.
figure, you know, when you doing your contract, you got to have everything in there. That's just like if it's over a normal clean, you're gonna charge extra.
And also, can I ask you if not to get to you, I don't want to get to you in your deep secrets, but how do you structure your cleaning? Like I know for us, we say when we used to do residential, we have like a general clean, deep clean.
Yes.
So how do you structure your as far as your cleaning or tiers of cleaning service?
But we do our regular cleaning mostly. You know, some of the customers might want you to do a deep clean once a month. Some of them might want a deep clean maybe every 3 months. You know, it just depends on your customer. That's but mostly we do the regular cleans until the customers want us to do a deep clean. Which some of them will tell you, no, let us make that decision if you need a deep clean or not.
Gotcha.
And like I said, try to make the customer happy.
That's number one. Huh?
That's number one. If you try to tell me you need a deep clean too much, they go, you trying to get over on me?
Trying to get more money from me. That's awesome. And what particular services do you offer other than the general clean and deep cleans? What other service or one-off service that you offer?
Well, that's mainly all I'm doing there is the general cleaning and like I say, just the Airbnb and the commercial cleaning. I got out of stripping and waxing floors and shampooing and stuff. Just sub that out if you have some of that be done.
So it's a possibility you can still make money and not doing the work and subbing it out. Okay.
Yes.
What's some of your maybe secrets in that as far as subbing out work where you still can make some money, and what's some of the ideas? I mean, some of your maybe ideas to doing that.
Find somebody you know is gonna do the job right, and y'all can come to agreement. It's good to have people you can work with. So that's the key thing. Is you got to have other businesses you can work with. Y'all talk and just become good friends and maybe partner up on some stuff when the time comes.
Networking.
That's it. You can't be selfish.
Right.
Something you can't do, let somebody else do it.
I hope somebody paying attention to that. Then, so networking is very important. Then,
It
so,
is.
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen people try to do stuff they really don't know how to do, but nah, let somebody else do that.
They know what they're doing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense too.
My thing, I tell everybody, there's enough money out there for everybody.
That's right.
You know, don't be greedy.
I agree. I think it's a lot of business out there for everybody to eat. And I know sometimes some of our other guests have started out in janitorial franchises and subcontractors work for. What's some of the how did you started in this business, in the cleaning business?
When I was a kid, I used to help my father clean office buildings, and he used to shampoo carpets, do flooring and stuff. I've worked for some other people over the years also, and I just always been a person that like to keep house clean and stuff. So, like I said, I enjoy it. It don't bother me. So, I got back into it, and I just keep on doing it.
That's awesome. That's good.
To me, it's kind of peaceful.
I think so too.
Keep you relaxing. Don't run up your blood pressure and that. So.
That's important.
I done retail man for 30-something years. That runs your blood pressure up.
That sounds like it will run mine up. I know that. So deal with all them people. One of the things I do like about cleaning is sometimes you can go in when the business is and no one's there sometimes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and clean, do your job, and go home.
That's it. Get ready for the next day. What service do you see becoming big in the future as far as in the cleaning business?
Well, I don't think this Air BNB is going nowhere, so I think it's going to get bigger than it is.
I do too. Yeah, you think it's just gonna in the future just gonna be bigger
Bigger than
what
it is. I mean, I said they building a lot of them here in Nashville, so I can imagine what they building in places like Florida and other places.
What's some? I know you mentioned about maybe expanding to different cities or different states. What's some of the states that you may have in mind?
Well, Florida is one of them.
Yeah.
Thought about up in like Louisville. I thought about Atlanta and just a few of those.
I imagine Florida would be really nice. A lot of retirees I hear about, and then the taxes. I heard that taxes have a lot of incentives of taxes is cheaper. I've heard there. I know we do work in Atlanta, and definitely there's money in Atlanta. That's definitely money there. There's a lot of folks there that can't drive. Sorry to say, but there's some rough drivers in Atlanta.
Well, I'm told that's every state though.
It is. It's good to be there.
You know what I say about Nashville, man, these people can't drive, but they said that's in every state.
It is. I guess it is becoming that way. And I may have asked you this in maybe a different way, but what do you enjoy about cleaning or the cleaning business?
I mean, it do. Like I said, it relaxes me, and I enjoy cleaning. I really do. Like the one thing you said, you can go in and clean, everybody's gone, and you and your help can get it clean, and nobody's in the way, and you can go home.
That's right.
Or go to your next place.
Like
I said, it is like easy that way too. Like an Airbnb, is nobody there, so it's just you and your cleaners in there cleaning. You can get your job done and don't have to go around people or worry about making a noise disturbing nobody. You can do what you gotta do and go home.
That's good. And as far as in your Airbnb cleaning, is there like certain schedules, or is just you just have to be prepared? Is it any regularity to scheduling?
It depends on what's going on in the city.
Okay.
Something like a Titan game or something.
Never thought about
all of them gonna be booked up.
Okay.
You might have somebody leaving out of one, and you gotta get it ready in a couple hours for somebody else coming in. That happens sometimes, mainly on Sundays.
Never thought about that. I
So
can see
you got
that.
to have somebody be able to work on them times on Sundays or something.
So it's really important when to have help to have help in those times.
Yes.
Yes. When the city's full, football games,
Yes.
concerts,
Uh-huh.
be
So
prepared.
that's the thing. You got to keep on top of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Which, you know, they gonna send you your emails and let you know what you got going on. So get your schedule together. So
Mm-hmm. Is it hard trying to keep up with the scheduling when it's
Not
such
really.
not really?
if, like I said, if you got your proper help, you're pretty good shape. If you don't have the proper help, it's when you got a problem. You got to have somebody can work on the weekends though,
Mm-hmm.
because that's important. Because you can have a lot of turnovers on the weekend.
I imagine.
If you got some might come for a bachelor party, they might check out. Then you got somebody coming for the Titans game. So like I said, you might have a few hours to get it ready for them.
Really. Mm-hmm. So what's some of your tightest schedules that you had to keep in the past?
That would be on a Sunday.
On a Sunday,
Yes.
move out, come
Move
in
out, moving in. Yes, it.
on a Sunday, all on a Sunday.
On a Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Bachelor party Saturday night and Sunday morning, I guess football. So,
Yes,
it.
As you see, Nashville always got something going on there.
Always, it sure is. Always, it amazed me to see that city how it is.
Hey, that keep you busy though.
That's right. That's a good thing. That's a blessing. Yeah, staying busy. And do you have anyone to help you as far as your scheduling, or mostly just to do the actual cleaning? As far as your help?
Most of the actual cleaning.
Mm-hmm. You do most of your executive work, office work yourself.
Yes.
Okay. Same here. And for us employees, do you recommend, or do you use employees or subcontractors?
So
Subs. Oh yeah, that's the
Yeah.
way. That's the new wave.
it is.
Mm-hmm. That's the new wave. Of course, definitely it's tax. Is it taxes? Uncle Sam, yeah, definitely
Yeah.
helping Uncle Sam. Yeah, that is definitely, I think, the new wave as subcontractors, and also I think it gives would-be employees the opportunity to become
Uh-huh.
contractors or subcontractors as
That's
well.
true.
I think. And what are some of the difficulties that you have as far as running your business day to day?
I think the most difficult would be thinking that, well, help gonna show up today. You know, that can be the most difficult, especially if you got a lot scheduled.
Mm-hmm.
Cause you can't be in 2-3 places at one time.
That's right.
So that's the most difficult. And I think over the years, even when I was in retail management, that's one of the most difficult problems.
Mm-hmm.
Is your help gonna be here? I've seen times when I had to unload a grocery truck by myself because my help wasn't there.
Wow.
So yeah, that's the most difficult, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I today it is. It's very. I never thought it would be that way.
I get a lot of people. I mean, I need a job. Or, say looking for a job.
Mm-hmm.
But, I don't think they're really looking for a job. They just want to get a paycheck
Yeah.
one time. Then you don't see them no more. You get a lot of them like that.
Mm-hmm. Actually, have you come across this? I know sometimes for us, we have to do daily pay, and to get a lot of times to people to work. Is that something that you happen to do, or
No.
no? Okay, good. That's good. Sometimes we have to get a little creative to get people working, and one of those things is
I guess
daily
some
pay.
people doing that, so they still can't get people to work.
That's true. You're right. That's true. That's true. Even daily pay, cash app sometimes still don't show up. Actually, I have one lady too, and she's also. I'm pretty sure she probably hear and see this, but she one time she asked to. She wanted the advance for gas money to get to the job one time. It's like, man, at least have some gas to get to work. No, you're gonna get paid right out the work.
I come pick you up.
Right. Yes, man. Who or and that could be single or plural, your biggest supporters in your business that support you in your business or support you.
Oh, I guess me.
Nothing wrong with that. Always count on you.
But I have a few reliable people have helped me. I have a cousin. He always been there with me and working. A real good worker. So I would say that'd be my biggest supporter.
So the cousin.
Yeah, he been by me for years. I said, let's go. We gotta go do this job. So even we were doing new construction, he get out there. Even though it's hard, he get out there and do it. Even if somebody else didn't show up supposed to, he said, I got it.
Work just as hard.
He'll tell me, hey, go over there, sit down, I got it, you know.
That's love, man.
So he's been a real good supporter.
That's love, man. I definitely, as a small family business, I definitely, same here. I got one cousin that I can count on, take care of things, wherever I'm at. I definitely count on him to get things done, get the business done. So it's definitely important, and it's also a blessing to have family that work with family too. Unfortunately, everyone can't say that. Unfortunately.
Now, some people don't want to see you get up. They want to keep you down. So you gotta be careful who you put in your corner.
That's true. That's definitely true. And ask you, what services do you believe you offer that your competition doesn't?
Well, I try to do everything with love. So when I do my cleaning, I do it with love. And like I said, you got to have God in it. And I don't want to say the competition don't, but I have seen a lot of companies that don't put love in it and don't have God in it.
Yeah.
So I have seen a bunch of that. Most of them, all they got on their mind is any way to make that dollar. But I don't think you can make it like it myself.
I agree. Definitely agree on that.
You know, I look at you got to, if you don't put love into it and show people that you care, a lot of them don't want to fool with you. You know, you have that attitude and stuff. Nah, I can go to somebody else.
That's right.
I mean, that's how I feel. If you go into a store, you got these people with the attitude. You don't want to spend your money with them. So that's what I think. Big thing is putting love in what you're doing.
Love what you're doing.
Yeah.
I like it. Honesty, love in what you're doing. God first.
That's it. I think that's help make a successful business. Make a success for anything in life you do.
Anything. Hopefully somebody get there. And I'd like to ask, if there's anything that you would have done differently in your past, in your business, what have you done differently?
Main thing was listen to my mother. Because what she was telling me, things would have been better from the beginning on everything I've done. I tell anybody, young folks out there, listen to your mothers. They always right, because they ain't going to steer you wrong.
Amen to that.
So that has been the key thing. Because I done things my way. See, and she was trying to tell me the right way, and I didn't listen.
Same here. That's probably one of my...
Thought I knew everything.
We all did. I think we all did, probably teenagers. Starting out, listen to your mother.
That's it. I learned they ain't gonna never steer you wrong.
That's it.
But also, I would tell anybody, stick with it. Don't give up. People give up too easy.
Mm-hmm.
If you stick with it, you can make it successful. That's a problem we do have in doing business. We give up too easy. I told you I was in restaurant business. Now that bankrupt.
Oh, different situation.
In my little store business, though, it had took off too pretty good. But I gave up too easy. I lost my lease. I should have went on and looked for something else, but I gave up too easy. So I would suggest don't give up.
Don't give up.
Just keep on going. If one door closed, another one opens. So pray about it, move on, keep it going.
That's awesome. Excuse me. What are some of your strengths that you have in your business? Some of your strong points.
Well, I would say my strong points would be making sure you're on the job site and overlooking, make sure everything's done proper. And like I say, I think I'm pretty good on dealing with people. So, I don't try to just go in being, I'm the boss, you got to do this as I say kind of person. I believe in dealing with them, in a good way, talk to them decent. And, like I said, get down there with them. If you don't think they're doing it right, get down there with them, show them how to do it, Sometimes we can do stuff. 5 people can do the same job and do it a different way, and all 5 ways can be right.
That's right.
But so don't just tell nobody because they ain't doing it the way you doing it. Don't be rough on people like that. I think just work with them. And just try to always be respectful.
Respect goes a long way.
It goes a long ways. But I've learned people see you working with them beside them. You get a lot of respect out of them. And, I think that's a good, strong point to have is always work with your people and get out there with them. Just don't give them orders all the time or be negative. Everybody make mistakes. If somebody make a mistake, just let them know, hey, you missed this right here, but I got it and took care of it. Well, they'll know the next time to look for it.
That's right.
It's
great advice. And also on the other side of that, what would be some of the weaknesses in business that you're trying to correct?
I guess feeling sorry for people and I guess giving them more chances than I should.
Been there, done that. Probably do it tomorrow. And if anything, what would you suggest, or excuse me, what would you recommend to someone that's considering starting a janitorial business? Any recommendations?
First of all, make sure that's what you really want to do. You love doing it, and do your homework before you start. You need to learn, know how to handle your business financial. Be able to handle your books. All that type of stuff. You shouldn't have to trust nobody else to do all of that. That end you should be able to do yourself. It's not hard to learn it. They got all the software and stuff out there. My key thing is, like I said, love what you're doing. Don't just get in the business because you think you can make money in it. If you don't love what you're doing, it ain't gonna be as successful like you think it is.
That's right. I think that's really good advice.
There's a lot of people in the janitorial service just because they realize how much money in it, but they done got into it, and these big companies now is getting all the big contracts and subbing them out.
Yeah.
They don't care nothing about their business.
They don't. That's one. Also, I'd like to ask you that as well. Is there any money, or do you sub? Do you work for the bigger companies?
I have.
Hmm.
I've worked for one out of Florida some years ago. Was cleaning restaurants.
Mm. Done that. Done that. I know a lot of times we do a lot of work for bigger companies they're on the other side of the country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just complete on the other side of the country. But we have to deal, sometimes
Yes.
it's the way of the business sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes they can get you in the door to some bigger things.
That's true. That's true. And I know you touched a little bit on it, but what's some of your goals, your future goals that you have for your business?
Well, I would like for it to grow where I can be, maybe I can be the one that's serving out a lot of the big contracts and stuff.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah, I would. I think that'd be a pretty good. I'd be able to get a lot of big contracts and sub them out. But I still believe you still got to go to your job sites though. Even if you get that big,
That's right.
you still need to go up and check on the job sites. Even if you ain't there beside them cleaning, you still need to just go and be seen.
Be seen. Hmm. And also, I like to ask sometimes. I like to ask is as far as branding, is that important to you as having a brand name that's out there, portrayed that's out there?
Well, I would like for my name to be out there respectful,
Hmm.
but I mean it's not no. I wouldn't make no big deal out of no name and stuff. I
Okay.
think if you do what you're supposed to do the proper way,
Hmm.
that your name will get out there like it needs to be.
Mm.
As long as you do what you're supposed to do proper, respectful. If you go out there and doing jobs bad, half doing them, your name is gonna be in the dirt. But if you doing them right and everybody's bragging on how your work is and stuff, then your name gonna spread out there. So that's something that's gonna happen.
That's right. I think that's really good advice. So it's not so tied up into your brand, but more
No.
or less doing good work.
That's it. And I think that's what we all should be out there to do is good work.
Hmm.
I think that's important.
Just quite a few questions you already answered. If I mean asking, and one of the questions I'd like to ask everyone is to if you would speak to your younger self, we'll say the 18-year-old, 20-year-old you, what advice would you give that 20-year-old you, 18-year-old you?
Wow. Now, I done said it already. Listen to your mother.
Listen to your mother.
Because I was out there drinking and driving and everything else. And she used to tell you better stop that.
Hmm.
That's the main thing I think I would say. Listen to your mother.
Listen to your mother. Can't go wrong with that advice.
You cannot go wrong.
Hmm.
I learned the hard way.
Same here. Same here. So is anyone young listening, that young person that's listening, listen to your
Yeah,
mother?
we don't know it all. That's what I would say. But at that age, you think you know it all.
Uh-huh.
If there any young people you can talk to, like I said, if don't but one listen, it's worth it. A lot of them ain't gonna listen. They're gonna be just like us, hard-headed.
Yeah.
But you might get one or two to listen.
Mm-hmm.
And I've learned, listen to a person, talk to them if you can. You don't never know what nobody's going through.
Mm-hmm. That's great advice. I think that's really good advice. And then so preferably someone that's younger and can get a hold of that and and get one. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Get one. Uh-huh. Yeah, get one. I can't think of the Bible verse at the moment, but I think one put so many to flight or I forgot now. I want to mess it up. But, yeah, just get that one.
Yeah, I think everybody need to try to mentor some of these kids that's out in the streets, and might be able to get one or two off the street. So you know, it's the youth is man. If somebody gonna have to do something, the youth it's getting awful.
It is. It really is. I think we talked earlier, just 2 blocks from here. Teenage. At least one was murdered. At least one was killed. Just a couple blocks from here. A week ago, I think.
Yeah.
A week ago today.
And I think as if we get more, which a lot of churches need to get more involved too. But I think start mentoring them. A lot of these kids just ain't got nobody. No help, no love. You get some people show them some love, that might help get a few of them off the streets.
Amen.
They letting the streets raise them. That they feel they ain't got nobody, don't care.
Yeah.
It's sad, but we got enough black churches around Nashville. I think you can do better.
I think so too. Definitely, I believe so too as well. Also, I know that you are what duties do you carry in your church?
I'm a trustee.
Trustee.
Yeah.
Okay.
And do whatever I got to do around.
Cleaning.
Yeah, I clean some.
Mm-hmm.
I do anything around the church that need to be done.
Mm-hmm.
If they need me to do something, I do it.
So it's not all. So you do. That's not all about the money, then.
Nah. Nah, I can't charge the church now. Can't do that.
That's awesome. Glad to hear that too.
Wouldn't be right.
Wouldn't be right. You get paid in other ways.
That's right. That's what people got to understand. Everybody wants to get paid for everything, but you can't charge for everything you do.
Yes. That is awesome. And if you would, just to recap as far as your services that you offer again.
We offer Air BNB cleaning and new construction and commercial. We do some house cleaning.
Okay. All right. That is good. And one of the last questions I like to ask is similar to the one previously. What would you tell your, we'll say 10 to 20 years from now? What would you tell you? What do you tell yourself and your future self as far as business?
I hope I would tell myself, proud of myself, done a good job over the years. I hope I get to where I want to be.
Amen.
Just keep praying on it, all I can do, and doing a good job.
That's right. That's right. Well, Brother Michael, we really appreciate it, and if anyone's listening, they can reach you at
615-894-5352. And I got a email that's POPEMICHAEL30@AOL.com.
That's awesome.
I got a web page, but I can't remember that. But I do post it on Facebook.
You get to it later. I can put it in there later. It's gonna take a couple of days for me to edit.
Yeah, the web page is new, so I got some new cards coming. When I get them, I send some to you.
Thank you. We appreciate that. And like I said, for those watching, please lock in with this brother. He enjoyed watching his pictures and some of the things that he cleaned. Like I said, Over and Above Janitorial, Michael Pope. And thank you, man, for being a guest here. And I really appreciate it. I hope we can do another part 2 to this.
Okay, thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you. Is any last words, anything that you like to leave with the guests, those watchers?
I just tell everybody, just keep praying for our world, and you can do anything that you put your mind to. And I appreciate everyone that's listening. Thank you. And have a blessed day.
Thank you, brother. All right, hey, thank y'all for watching Clean Freaks Podcast. We gone.